One of the fastest, non-BS ways to get everything that you want is to close the gap. Close the gap. And I'm sure you already know what this means, but we're talking about taking away the prestige of your dream, not making it seem so unrealistic or making it seem so above you, and making it so that it feels realistic for you to experience, realistic for you to have. You already have it, but to merge the two realities in which you possess the thing or you are the person that you wish to be. Collapsing the reality, the gap between the two, is one of the fastest ways you can actually manifest what you want. I've applied it time and time again. Some people call it reality shifting, and I just believe you can simply call it closing the gap. And if you're a person that needs some sort of task to know how to do this, that's what I'm going to talk about today. Talking about the stress and the worries that you hold about the possibility of not getting what you want. And maybe you're in a really tough situation at the moment and it's really hard to ignore the circumstances. It's really hard to wake up and maintain your self-concept, wake up and maintain the state of having the thing because it feels so far away from where you currently are. And this is why I talk about ignoring the circumstances. But I feel like because I also say that in order to manifest the highest frequency is the frequency of authenticity, being your real self, your true self, the version of you that comes from your heart, even if it is a little bit vulnerable or you feel a little bit embarrassed to be yourself. Being your true self, expressing your emotions as they come up and not just pretending everything is okay, is one of the ways that you can actually manifest faster. How do we, though, then start to set it up to close the gap? If you feel really distant from your dream or it feels really unrealistic, like you have the goal and you pretend that you can try to feel what it feels like, but it's really hard for you to visualize, really hard for you to connect to that because it does feel like physically so far away. I want you to then use your heart space to close the gap. And what do I mean by that? Use the heart by targeting the fear. Because any time that you have stress, you have worries, heavy emotions that you feel like are stopping you from being able to see the bigger picture, to be able to maintain and be loyal to that vision that you have for yourself, even though every day can sometimes feel incredibly unbearable, but what do you do? In fact, I want you to think of the worries, write them down. Write down, for example, let's take the example of a worry being like, I have a really big bill to pay at the end of the month, and I need this amount of money to pay that bill. That is the stress. That is the source of my fear, and that is the reason why even every single day when I do my work, I'm very diligent, and then all of a sudden, I get this impending sense of doom. Or I feel like, oh yeah, wait, maybe I should go on a walk, or maybe I should play a game, maybe I should go shopping or something. Something to really be able to relax and unwind. That is the moment when that fear starts creeping in and the guilt from wanting to enjoy time and not just focus on work to kind of distract yourself or get away from the problem. Well, in that moment, if that's how you feel like I cannot even enjoy life because I'm thinking about that one thing. And I think a lot of people identify with this when it comes to financial stress. I can't enjoy life until I have the money. If that is your concern, the gap needs to be closed. How do we close the gap? You need to diminish the prestige attached to the goal. If you're talking about money specifically, money is quite a funny thing to worry about, right? Because in theory, it's just a piece of paper or just a number that we attach value to. If you think of it, first of all, like that, it's just a number. People win a lot of money all the time. It happens for other people, and I do think it's important for you to also surround yourself by looking at miracles. Looking up online miracle stories of manifestation or miracle stories of people winning a lot of money or a lot of money coming into their life. First, expand your mindset to know that it is possible for you, because it was possible for Mr. Joe over there who didn't manifest at all. Why wouldn't it be possible for you? Well, you need to detach the idea of it being this huge deal, something that only special people can have. No, everybody's special. Everybody's different. Everybody's unique. So why not you? So take the worry, diminish it by understanding first that it's not everything. It's just a number. It's just a thing. Even if it's not money, it's a dream. You want to be a musician? Okay, it's a performance. It's a career. Okay, I understand. Just as somebody would want to get into a career as a financial assistant, someone wants to get into a career as a doctor. It happens. It does happen, period. Okay. Then, diminish it into a smaller task. Rather than saying, I need the $5,000 for this bill I have to pay. Instead of approaching it like that, think of it like, all I need is the email from my bank telling me that there has been a deposit of $5,000. Or all I need is an email saying that the bill has been paid. All I need is an email saying that I got a bunch of extra sales and I need to document them in my Excel sheet. In that way, thinking of your big dream not just as an ambiguous amount of money, because it is just numbers, and a lot of people don't really feel attached to the value of money as in just numbers, because it's just numbers, right? But the idea, the heart connecting to the feeling of what happens for you when you get the email saying, oh, the bill has been paid. You're not thinking of, oh yeah, I got the money, yeah, like wow. You're thinking of the relief. The bill has been paid. That's what you're looking for, right? Because if you got that $5,000, you're not trying to use it for something else. You're using it specifically to pay off this one bill. So it's not necessarily the money that you need. You are looking for the security of knowing that it's been paid. So yes, the money is the how. But rather than thinking, oh, how do I get the money? The money is the how you fix the solution or fix the problem and get your solution. The solution isn't that I need the money. The solution is I need the bill to be paid. Being open to different possibilities, because sometimes what's best for you is not that lump sum payment. It might just be that somehow it gets paid, or somehow the bill gets dismissed, or somehow it gets postponed. Something like this, right? Be open to the way that the universe plans things for you, because yes, it's in your control. But you might be blocking your own blessings by only thinking it has to be this one way. Because I do think that instead of seeing money as always the solution, it can be the how. It can be the how. So anytime you have a worry, pick it apart. Pick it apart. You have a visa situation, right? Visa situation. Instead of I need the visa because I want to stay in this country, you can pick it apart as the only thing I need is this one proof document from my bank, from my school, from wherever. All I need is this one document. That's it. So you're not manifesting the visa itself. You're more specific. You're manifesting that document that you know is going to get you that visa anyways. So if you have a set explanation for the thing that you are attracting into your life, you need to understand very well what it is exactly what you want. And that's why I think being specific doesn't just mean about a number. It means, what do you want to get from that? What do you need from that amount of money? What do you need from that career? For example, if you want to be an artist, like I want to be a musician, I want to be an artist. What do I get out of that? Because it's not just the career. For me, it's the freedom of expression, the creative outlet, being able to profit from a creative outlet. That's beautiful. The freedom that comes from that is what I desire. The career itself is great, but it's just a title. The feeling is what you're looking for. I think it's very important that in order to manifest things faster, instead of brainwashing yourself into thinking this is what I need, this is what I desire, in order to have what I want, I need to be a millionaire, just dumb it down. What is it exactly that you desire? Because desire is so powerful. When you have desire that comes from the heart, you can collapse the timelines. Instead of being like, okay, I need that money. I need the email saying that the bill's been paid. Okay, the relief. feel into the relief, the feeling of I've already paid it. It's been paid. I got the email, said that it confirmed that it received my payment. Okay, now breathe. I got it. I got it. And take that feeling and understand that you have it now. I have it now. It's been paid. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I feel so great. I could cry. I feel it. I feel the relief. Because a lot of people can't bring themselves to believe that they can just get the money all of a sudden, pay something. But the feeling of being able to say, I have the confirmation, is so much more powerful. It's incredible, actually. That's how you bridge the gap, because you're bringing the future, in theory, future reaction, which future doesn't exist. The only moment that exists is now. Bring that here into this moment, and that's how you collapse reality. Reminding yourself then, after you do this practice, instead of when you're working and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to go outside, I want to take a break, I want to go to the gym, I want to do something else other than just working, remind yourself, oh wait, I forgot, the bill's already been paid. So I can go on a walk. I can't, whatever it is for you, if you don't feel comfortable saying, I can go shopping now, then just do something else. Do something like going for a walk. I can go for a walk now. I can go eat some dinner without thinking about that situation. Collapsing the idea that it has to be this big thing. Practice even with small things. Trust me, you can, if you don't believe in this technique for bigger things yet or don't feel comfortable, start first with small things. Start first with, I don't know, it could be like cleaning, organizing. I have too many things to organize. My Excel sheet, for example, is a good example. I didn't organize my sales for the last 6 months, and it was pretty overwhelming to look at like all this stuff that I have to file for, because yes, for tax purposes, that's also important. How do I have the time for that? So I decided to say to myself, oh, it's already been done. The Excel sheet is filled with the data. The data's already been filled in. And I breathe. Okay, so when I'm working, I don't worry about it because I know it's already been done. I collapse, and I have to remind myself that you have to get into the state of getting used to, like building a habit. You know, it takes like 30 days to build a habit. You need to do it every day. You have to remind yourself every day that it's already been done. The feeling is already there. If you can feel the feeling in the now, that is everything. Feel it in the now and dumb the task down. Dumb it down for yourself to make it feel more realistic for you. Let's not be, inauthentic with ourselves for people that can't really find it realistic to say, yeah, like I became a millionaire overnight. For some people, it's really hard to manifest, and you want to manifest quickly. You need to lean into self-belief. So you have to make the situation more believable for yourself. Make it more believable by making the tasks more realistic, because usually it's not the one thing that you need. For example, it's not the visa you need. You probably would get approved for the visa. You're just missing one document. So not manifesting the visa, but rather manifesting the document that you need to submit your visa application. You could instead even say, maybe it's not the document, it's that I need to show up for the appointment at the visa office. So it could be like that. All I need to do is show up for the appointment. That is what I'm manifesting, the appointment at the visa office. I'm manifesting the moment I walk out of the visa office knowing that my documents were already submitted. It's the moment that I received the letter in the mail saying, here's your residence card. That could be it for you. So manifesting that moment, all I need is the letter with my residence card in it. It's not, all I need is a visa, because the desperation attached to it is so heavy that it makes it seem so above you. But instead you can just say, all I'm missing is actually the envelope that has my certificate or has my permit in it. That's it. Because then it seems really normal, right? You're like, I already have it. I'm waiting on the one piece of paper with the plastic card. Doesn't that make it feel so much more easy to imagine that it's something that you already have? Because it's not this big idea. We need to stop attaching so much and use the idea of detachment. I already have it because it's not even a big deal. The only thing that I need is that one piece of paper, that one slip. I need to have that one meeting with that one person. I need to have, you could even say, I want to even just receive the envelope. I just need to receive the email, whatever it is. Make it easier for yourself. I find that is one of the most effective ways because it's more honest. And you need to be transparent with yourself. Anytime you feel a worry, try to look for where the gap is. So if you're worried about something, you're stressed about something all the time that you can't even focus, debunk it. What is the actual thing that you want? What is the actual thing that you feel like you're missing? What is that gap consisting of? Because oftentimes it's a lot more easy to approach than you think. It could be just a simple list of tasks that you need to do, or a simple list of things that you have to receive first. And then it's easier to work towards because manifestation is the idea. It is also the intentional action that you take. So if you know more specifically about what specific actions you need to take in order to get what you seek, it makes it so much easier to manifest. You can collapse the time from months or years into days, hours, once you understand this concept. And understanding the idea that every single time you fall into the old mindset where you don't have that and the gap is larger, bring yourself back and remind yourself, oh, no, I already got the email. I'm just waiting on the envelope. That's it. Diminish it. And understand this is a reset. You're able to reset at any moment of time. At any time in your life, you're able to just say, during the day, 12 times, 20 times, I don't identify with this. This doesn't go with the gap that I closed already. I shifted realities already. If I'm still going on and on and on about what happened, I need to reset. You can reset at any time. This doesn't identify with me. Not in my world. Oh wait, I remember I already got the email. I'm just waiting on the envelope. That's it. And just, okay. Yeah. Detachment is incredible. If you want to know exactly how to do a reset, and you need a blueprint for a reset, especially if you've tried all the different jobs that you could have tried and still don't know what exactly is right for you, or you don't even know what you want out of life. There's so many options. We know that manifesting, you can manifest anything you want. I can do anything is what you should be saying. I can do anything. I'm capable of anything and everything. I can have everything and anything I want. I can have it all. It's such a big responsibility. So figuring out what exactly it is that you want from this life is one of the most strategic things that you can do in order to practice manifesting fast. So if you even just choose one thing and don't see it as a big deal and just try it. Try to manifest something small. Try to manifest something you don't really even care about that much. Like, I don't know, maybe I want this one eyeliner. I want this one pair of shoes. That's it. It's nice to have. Try this method. Close the gap. Imagine that, oh, all I need to do is to get the box of shoes from the outside of my apartment to the inside. Okay, that's it. It's not the act of actually having the shoes. You already bought them. Maybe you got them delivered. Understanding it like this and work with it. Check the link in my description below or in the pinned comment to get your adult reset. You have the ability to reset at any time, and it is your birthright. See you in the next video.